Ansary here, April 3rd, 2016. So, I've been doing this channel, and I was doing Outside the Box before this, for about a decade now. And certain people have been drawn to this channel that will watch every video that actually hate what I'm doing. People that hate what I talk about. And they don't like seeing someone living on the road in freedom and making a few dollars on the side running somebody else's website, making a few dollars on AdSense, maybe 50 to 200 a month in donations. People don't like seeing someone live simply off of under $1,000 a month. People hate seeing that. So every time I slip and I fall and I have to have something fixed in the transmission, certain people will applaud and certain people will come out on the attack. And what I've learned on the road, especially dealing with some Costilla County residents, and I'm not discussing all, nor am I discussing all the people that I've met, but I've mentioned that there's caution with me visiting couples, for example, because of the way that some women are, the judgmentalness towards a man who has less money. And there is a lot of resentment and fear that I am going to influence the boyfriend or husband in some way. And so there's a lot of tension if I'm coming into a place where the male is inviting me, but he also has a girlfriend or a wife. There's always going to be that kind of a tension. There was actually a situation over the winter that I didn't talk about in depth, and I won't talk about in depth for their privacy. But I was staying with a couple, not in the house, but I was parked in Antonito, and there was a fair amount of domestic fighting going on, both physical and verbal, that they both tried to pull me into in some way, shape, or form. And I believe that the woman was very angry with me at the time for not responding to our Facebook messages and getting involved in the drama in the house. And I see how they both were playing that part. You know, you can even say some people are perfect for each other because they play games with each other and also try to bring outsiders into their private business, which is not something that I would do if you're suffering from a problem with your relationship. It's go get actual counseling. Don't bring in somebody off the street, so to speak, or in an RV, you know, someone that just needs a place to park. Don't use them to pull them into your web. And they try to pull me into their web. And so I realized from that situation, other situations, that someone invites you to park. They believe that they are entitled to abuse you. And in some cases, that's happened. Again, I'm not speaking ill of everyone that I visited. But now I'm realizing that there is more traps that I seem to be led into as opposed to positive experiences. There are also some people that you'll see in the comment section offering that, you know, for me to park in certain places. Some of these may be legit. Some of these I believe are pranks. And just kind of, oh, look at Alex. He's going through this. Whoa, if you were in Indiana. Whoa, if you were over here. But I'm not, and I'm not going over there. I'm here. And the reason I'm staying here, economically, I don't have the money to keep driving around the United States. I don't have that much money. Right now I'm parking on in an area that is public. It's not private property. It's public. And I'm going to try to save what I can the next couple days. Try to figure out what my plan is. Try to accept the fact that I'm here at the moment and not feel too stuck. But just kind of really think things through. So I've really put myself out there and have been willing to visit and help a lot of people. There are things I don't film and put on this channel because there's just so much that I go through. And I'm not trying to do the reality TV, film everything that Alex does. But because people don't like me and the content that I put out, and some women don't like what I've talked about when referencing the archonic influence over human relationships. They hear what I'm saying, it's like there's an angry spirit inside them that wants to rip my head off. Even in some cases where they don't know about my content, I can see how some women... Look, I'll give an example. The girlfriend of a certain person that was fixing this RV was joking about wanting to get his gun and go on a shooting spree. We were driving to town and there was a property that looked like it was collapsing. In reality, they were taking down pieces of it. And she was applauding, saying, look at those stupid people trying to build their home, not knowing what they're doing. Yay, I'm happy. They're at home. And so some people get happiness by putting out hatred, by hating someone else. They don't realize the sickness of their psychology. You know, all the people that have called me a homeless bum. I'm not a homeless bum. I'm creating my own content, which is powering my life forward in this RV. I don't hang out at soup kitchens. There are people that are successful that are doing much better than I on YouTube that have a donation option on their website. It is only because I have little elves that I live in an RV that they will go with the homeless bum repertoire and repeat and repeat and repeat. And then go ahead and repeat it. The reason why some people stop trying to hit that button. At one point, I get used to it and realize that people calling me that are sick. But then, of course, I meet people along the road or on Facebook that have me that don't know me, that have never taken the time to get to know me or see my videos. And so this female named Anna Connor, like, adds me a few days ago. She's like in Costilla County. I actually see her post at the Fort Garland Market. Oh, I'm in a bus. I need a place to park. Help me. So she's actually posting, help me. This is my number. I need to park somewhere. They kicked me off my land or whatever. And she adds me a few days ago and she trolls me saying, you're a homeless bum. You get kicked off of every property. You blah, 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 blah. Like accusation after accusation. These people don't know me. I have money for my own propane. I have money for my own things. Let me take a step forward, step back. I'm seeing a repeated pattern of people saying, no, Alex, please, we want to help you. Let me make you apple pie. Please take a slice of this. Please, it's just going to go in the garbage unless you eat it. And then, of course, this woman tried to pull me in along with the male, their domestic thing, which I want to know part of. So I started spending less time inside so I didn't have to hear them arguing and more time in my RV. And both of them are seeing me, oh, well, Alex isn't really appreciating. Alex isn't really inside. Alex doesn't really want to hang out with us. And they don't see what's wrong with the environment they invited me into. I don't want to witness domestic violence. I don't want to witness screaming. I don't know what you people are thinking, trying to invite me into your fucking crazy lives. And then getting mad at me when I want to be in my RV and I want to be left alone. You can allow me to park somewhere. Allow me to have my own life inside my own little. So I'm seeing these traps. When people give you something, it doesn't matter what it is. A parking space, a home-cooked meal, a space heater. Always beware of the space heater offer. Here, Alex, don't go. It's always the dead of the winter. It's always Christmas time. It's always New Year's. I'm somewhere and I use a space heater. And this last situation, you know, there was anger that I didn't go with them on an all-day trip by the river, Rio Grande River, and I want to see it again in Costilla County, but I don't want to go through that experience and deal with a couple people fighting and be in that vehicle with 5 dogs, dirty dogs crawling all over me, and then always seeing them hit the dog. Stop it, like literally hitting the dog for being a dog, striking the animal. I don't want to witness that. So yes, people have offered to put me up, and I have come across so many psychos, I don't know who to trust anymore. And then when some people do invite, they don't really mean it, and they don't really care in some cases. And I'm not knocking every person that I have invited along the way, or every couple, or every family, but I'm noticing a very consistent pattern. You know, when I offer to pay someone $100 a month to park somewhere, or $200, I want to find somewhere calm, without drama, and that's what I'm willing to pay for a parking space. But I would like to know the person in some cases, but I can't. I can't control that. Right now, I'm not looking for a solution to this whole parking thing. I accept the what is. I accept the fact that the answer is not here today, so I don't expect it to come today. It may not come tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to go into town, get some food and supplies, and I'm going to come back to this spot and rest, and I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep doing that. And I'm going to wait, and I'm going to see what happens. And I'm not going to beg for just a random place to park without knowing the people. This is what it is. This is what it is. And there's much worse places to be parked. And I'm grateful to be here. That's why people don't understand. And that's why I know why I'm back here. You know, if there's a place where I could just be alone and have no one around for miles and be left to my own devices for days, that's the spot for me. Well, that's what I have. I don't have to deal with a lot of smog. I don't have to deal with a lot of traffic. I'm worried about gas going up. But you know what? I can't really do anything about that. I guess if it goes up to $4 a gallon or whatever, $5 a gallon, then I guess everybody's going to be affected in some way, right? And we're all going to be just a little bit fucked. So I'm not going to worry too hard about gas exploding. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. I'm going to continue seeking to make more videos while on the road. Zen and the art of being in a state of peace wherever I go. And I know there's people that are out there that are getting something from this. And it does help to hear those things from other people. You know, people say that they're actually getting something from this channel. You know, and people watching around the world and listening around the world. So there are people out there that basically will always call me a homeless bum. And I just have to accept that. In fact, there may be worse things that I may have to experience in my life. And I'm going to have to start walking forward more boldly in the future without living in fear. You know, I've been keeping a snapshot folder album. I need to organize it of all these super hyper nasty comments that people have sent in. Like one saying like I'm a wannabe white guy, mongoloid animal with fur. You know, and that really exemplifies how some people do see me as a subhuman. Because they know there's something about me that is different than them. And they choose to view it as a negative thing as opposed to a positive thing. And even though some of you still can't grasp that kind of psychology, or that could be happening to me because you look at me differently, so you're measuring everything based on how you look at it, which is a really weird aspect of human psychology. Good luck with that. Seriously, good luck with all that. I've learned from the shortcomings of measuring our own, way we look at things versus the way they look at things. That's silly. That's just like those that deny there's any conspiracy. Because you don't want to have a conspiracy. You don't want a new world order. How can there be others that want a conspiracy, right? Right? Why would others see things a certain way or feel that people look a certain way or might be from a certain part of the planet they may be threatening? Why would they think that way? You don't think that way. But then again, there are some of you that do think that way about Muslims. But you don't think that way about me because you know I'm not a Muslim. But yet you are ignorant of the fact that in person it's obvious I have Persian and or Arabic features. It's fucking obvious. You're just not with it if you're basing everything off YouTube. Seriously, I have a very hairy expression. When I don't shave for a few days, it's clear I could be related to Alibaba. You are blunted by the flat screen 2D reality of YouTube. Understand, Alex looks different in person than he does on YouTube. Not that I make myself up for YouTube. I literally, visually, look different in real life than whatever the way the camera is recording me. And I have to live with that. And I have to live in a reality, in a world where people say, that's bullshit, Alex. That's not true. But it is. I'm a different person with different ideas. And certain people are going to be turned off by that. Certain people, no matter what, are going to be afraid of me. Some people, no matter what, are going to call me a homeless bum, a moocher, some sort of bad person that's trying to get something from other people instead of actually just get some land where I can be left fucking alone. So yeah, I'm going to keep documenting my adventures. Alex Ansary here, April 3rd, 2016.